Hey everyone, it's Hindash. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very special video because we are doing a Eid look. Now, I haven't done one on YouTube, I think, for a very long time. I have done a few on Instagram, but they never end up making it to YouTube. And this look is in partnership with Guerlain, which I am an ambassador of, so it's super exciting. We have the beautiful Alicia modeling today, and this look just suits her so well. So let's get into this Eid fantasy. Skin prep is definitely key, so I'm starting with the Youth Watery Oil Serum. Now, this is an oil serum that I use all the time. It is so beautiful. If you have dry skin, combination, even normal, I would say a touch of oily, you can use it as well. But keep in mind that it will be very hydrating, but it does sink in. It feels like a dry oil. This is amazing all over the body. I use it on the body when I'm doing shoots all the time. And it just really sinks in and nourishes the skin. What I love about this as well is that people don't react to it. People don't get sensitive. They don't break out. So I love massaging the skin with this. That's what I mainly kind of use it for, apart from obviously giving nourishment and hydration, is I love to really work the skin and give it that nice slip. I will be targeting eyes first because I want most of the actives to be working underneath the eyes. This is the brand new Abeille Royale Youth Repair Eye Care. This smooths and it brightens and opens up the eye area, and it's great for sensitive skin, as is all the Abeille Royale line. I really love this line. I'm obsessed with the double R eye serum. So when this came out, I mean, it instantly made it to my bathroom. And I'm definitely just starting to use it. But what I love about it already is this very light gel texture. It almost feels like it wraps around the skin and it cushions and it really hydrates, but it still has that fresh velvety feel, so it makes an amazing under eye primer. I feel like the Abeille Royale line is so great for underneath makeup, and the entire line has that very repairing, cushiony formula. So I am going to be going in with the day cream, and that will be my final step. Of course, if you're doing this during the daytime, please apply your sunscreen as well. But because I'm just doing this for a shoot, I'm not going in with a sunscreen. But this would be a great time to apply your sunscreen after. Or if you're on the oily side, just do sunscreen on its own. That's what I do, and I love that. I feel like that's enough. If you do an active and a sunscreen, you're good to go. And that is Alicia's skin done. Now we can move on to a bit of lip prep. I'm going to be using the KissKiss Be Glow Lip Balm in Rose Glow, and this is like this beautiful delicate pink. It does have a pH in it, so it will make your lips pinker. And for base, I'm going to be using the Terracotta Healthy Glow Foundation, and this is in 3N. I'm going to be really working it into the brush and just barely kind of buff it and have it glide over the skin, because I want it to act more like a tinted moisturizer, buffing it and working into the skin, and then assessing what I need to cover, what I want to sort of work on, if I need to do anything else. So feather-like strokes, take this down the neck as well, any exposed areas, obviously focusing on the center of the face and working outwards. I feel like that's always a great technique and you can't go wrong. I was even debating just using concealer on Alicia, but I think she has a bit of a tan, so I want to just even things out without covering things too much. So the Healthy Glow Foundation is perfect for that. I do also like going in with my fingers to tap off any excess. And just to add a bit of definition, I'm going in with a darker shade of the Terracotta Concealer. This is 4.5, but the key is to mix it in with whatever is left on your foundation. Otherwise, it's going to be too intense. So this kind of mutes that color down and makes it more of like a cream bronzer situation. Obviously, you can use a cream bronzer, you can use a powder bronzer, but I like working in the wet layers right now. And for concealer, I'm going to be using the Terracotta Concealer, dotted underneath the eyes and around the face. I love this formula because it's very light and it almost has a powder finish when it dries down, but still that lightweight, medium coverage that I like. I also love to get around the corners of the eyes and nose and mouth. I feel like when you target that center area, it really just opens up the face. And then blend and buff in with a fluffy brush. I kind of alternate between using brushes and a beauty blender. I definitely gravitate more towards brushes. I just feel like I have more control. I can target the coverage if I need to. I can buff it away if I want to. So it's up to you, but I definitely go between both. I don't really have like a specific go-to technique, but I do love brushes. And somehow I feel like basically doing the entire face first before doing eyes, which is very rare for me actually. So I am taking a powder blush. This is the Terracotta Healthy Glow Powder Blush in Light Coral. I love these blushes. You know, I've been using them all the time. I love all the colors. So now I'm using the peaches, whereas I think in my last video I used the pink and the beige. Such a good formula, very forgiving, ultra natural on the skin, just insane, beautiful. I filled in her brows very lightly and gelled them in place. And then I'm using an eyeshadow base all over the lids, just so I have a bit of that background color and a bit of a grip for my eyeshadows. So just apply it all the way from the lashes up to the crease and add a touch underneath the eyes close to the lash line as well. Alright, for eyeshadow, I'm taking the Ombre G eyeshadow quad in Majestic Rose. Now, I usually don't gravitate towards very rosy pinky tones. It just hasn't been my thing lately. But these two shades in the Majestic Rose palette are pretty insane. There is this very warm brown that is very satin. I mean, these powders are very gel-like and baked. So they're very interesting to work with because they go on the skin almost like a intense highlighter formula, but they're satin, some of them are matte. So I'm using that rosy brown all over, and then I'm taking the lighter pinky champagne-y rosy color on the center of the lid, and the shine on this one, I mean, the particles of shimmer are pretty incredible. They're very finely milled, they're very reflective, and you see hints of different dimensions of pink and subtle golds and silvers and champagnes. I am really blown away by this shade. So I'm taking it on the inner corners as well and halfway throughout the lower lash line. So good. I want to deepen up the outer corners a touch with a matte brown, and then adding a warm brown on the inner corners of the eyes. I knew that lashes would just complete this look, so I'm doing individuals on the outer corners and softly contouring the cupid's bow and underneath the lips. Buffing and blending. I really want this subtle rose tone throughout the face with hints of apricots and peaches. Contouring the tip of the nose and just underneath the front of the brows. I love doing this. And blend with that fluffy concealer brush if you find any harsh lines. For lip liner, I'm taking the Contour G lip pencil in number 2. This is in Le Beige Praline. And I'm just starting from the corners of the mouth and following her natural lip shape and just slightly over accentuating when I get up into the cupid's bow and underneath. This will be sort of the darkest color that I put down, and then I will be building up the dimension of the lips and the color with 2 other lipsticks, and you'll get this very beautiful rosy nude lip. For my first lipstick, this is showcased in the Rouge G Le Strassé case, and it's such a beautiful case. This is going to be paired with the 207 Velvet shade. I love this color. It sits right between a nude and a pink. Very rosy, but has that touch of peach. An alternative would be the 205 Velvet, which is very, very similar as well. I kind of alternate between the two. And like I always say, I love applying lipstick with a brush or tapped in. You don't want to just fully heavily apply the lipstick, especially if you're doing nudes. I feel like this just looks so much better, and it just brings life to the lips instead of just covering them completely. The other color I'm going in with is showcased in the Rouge G Art Deco case, and this is the 759 Satin lipstick. This is such a beautiful kind of plummy, purpley mauvey shade, and I'm just using this on the outer edges of the lips, blended towards the center. So this is again going to create this very interesting dimension. It's going to add a touch of coolness to the warmth, and it's just going to be so beautiful. Add a very light touch of highlighter on the center. Very, very light. And then to set the face and add a touch more of a glow and a velvety finish, I'm using the Météorites powder. The one I'm using is actually from the Blooming Denim collection. It has blue pearls, but the one that you can get that's not limited edition is number 2, and it has green and lilac pearls instead. Very similar effect. I just love these to brighten. They're very sheer. It gives you this kind of airbrushed velvety finish without looking flat. And you can use them everywhere. I'm using it on the center of the face and then buffed everywhere else. Such a beautiful formula. And I'm using a detailed fluffy brush for this as well. And I want to finish off the look with a fragrance because, you know, it's Eid. I'm Arab, we have to. And this is the beautiful Tabak Sahara fragrance from Guerlain. And the nose behind this is Delphine Yelk, who I have met, and she's a friend of mine, and she is such a great perfumer. The notes are a smoky tobacco, a raspberry accord, and ambergris. It's such a decadent fragrance. And that completes my Eid look on the stunning Alicia. I really hope you enjoyed this. I feel like this is such a great look for Eid. It kind of enhances your features, but it gives you a bit of that extra boost. It's extra glamorous without being too much, but there is effort put in. And it is such a quintessential modern Middle Eastern look that just enhances all the right features with the right tones and that perfect balance. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.